Thank you so much for having me, Glenn. And I always appreciate the support I receive from you and Spiritual Communities Network, sharing the videos, sharing my post. I'm always like, oh, that's awesome. So wonderful. Oh, the 144 wealth codes were all channeled. I will tell you right up front, Sarah Sparks still doesn't know anything about wealth codes. I still have channeled them all, and they are 144 spots, points all over the body in our energetic field, as well as there's a few concepts. What Divine has shared with me is that people want freedom. They want time and money freedom. They want to be freed from their emotions, anxiety, worry, blame, shame, depression, guilt, sadness. Spirit's telling me, I'm supposed to tell you, even on Sunday, I was sitting, I attend Unity of Greenville. I live in Greenville, South Carolina. And a client friend, she was like, I know it's Sunday, but I just had to share about the 144 wealth codes. Every time I ask which code to focus on, it comes up as 44. And today it told me 44 and 32. What is great about these is there's no right or wrong way to unlock these wealth codes. There's not like, Divine didn't say you needed to start at 1 and work your way through, or you need to do X amount a day or anything like that. It's totally based on you, your energy, what you want. So she is saying, oh, every day she unlocks wealth code 44. And this particular day, she said 44 and 32. And she says, when I did them together, I had this flood of images come in with all the experiences and abundance that God wants me to open to receive. All my dreams came to mind with me experiencing each one. It was powerful and I felt a shift, and I just wanted to say thank you. Those types of messages I get daily: text, Facebook messages, emails. And so by unlocking and unblocking these wealth codes within us, the wealth codes are not outside of us. So sometimes we're looking and we look for money and things and abundance and prosperity outside of us, but it is within us. And it brings us the time and money freedom that we've been asking for. There's no place or condition that is going to change the wealth that is already coming to us. We must be ready and available to receive with ease. People have been traveling all over to various destinations all over the world. And when Divine told me this, within the week, someone booked I have a podcast floating on a cloud podcast. And she lives in Austria. And she was like, well, I know I booked it, but I'm going to need to reschedule because I'm going to Australia for a month to unlock my millionaire wealth code. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Because again, I don't know what these wealth codes were all about. Like, I literally called 2 people that have told me about, or they've used terms of wealth codes. And I was like, am I supposed to take a course on this? Am I supposed to learn this? And one of them said, Sarah, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to channel them. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I spent a whole year doing so. But so this information of people have to travel over, or are wanting to travel all over the world to open these wealth codes. And then this experience came. It was that sort of thing all the time. Spirit's telling me now, the thing that the coolest thing about these wealth codes, and then we'll go into unlocking them, was the last 14 of them were, so how do I say this? So the last 14, I received in 2012, 9 principles to live by. They're called it's what Create the Spark was founded on. So there's these 9 principles. Then a few years later, came the five steps to listen to divine guidance. So those 2, so 9 and 5, 14. And so they are the last 14 of 144 wealth codes. And the 144, as I got to it, Spirit says, before you channel these 14, remember, the first becomes the last and the last becomes the first. And I was like, what? And 144 is oneness. And the first principle that I received for the 9 guidelines, the 9 principles to live by, is respect and honor the oneness within yourself. And so it went backwards, all of the 9 principles, and then it went to allow, ask, receive, trust, act. I don't know what numbers, I'd have to look them up. And those are like the concepts that we unlock. What that told me and why I want to share it with you is maybe you question, am I on the right path? Am I doing all the right things? I didn't always know that. I have this amazing gift to channel. But when Divine told me that the first becomes the last and the last becomes the first, that told me that I have always been on this path. A path has already been laid out for me. I was to channel 144 wealth codes before I even knew how to channel, before I even knew I had this gift. It was my responsibility to be dedicated to my soul so that I would continue to evolve, elevate, understand, remain on this path. But it was already all laid out for me. It was just me hopping on the path and moving forward. That gave me so much comfort and put me into this level of faith and trust, knowing, I wonder, what's next? What's next? What's next? And people often come to me asking, how can I stay in flow? And that is also a thing. It's just asking what's next. So I've also given 5 steps to listen to divine guidance and other classes. I'll give them to you as well. So it is allow, ask, receive, trust, and act. In that order. If ever in your life you feel stuck, relationships, health, wealth, happiness, living condition, experiences, remember, allow. Am I allowing myself time and space to connect with divine? Am I allowing myself to be all that I have become? Am I allowing myself to be my best self? Am I allowing myself to have those gifts come through me and speak them and move them and be them, whatever they are? Ask. Clarity is in the question. So ask, what questions am I asking? Am I asking for that guidance? Am I asking for what I want? Am I saying what I need to say? Receiving. Am I even open to receive? I had burnout over the last several months. I closed myself off to even receiving divine guidance. And it wasn't even until just a couple days ago that divine's like, hey, it wasn't your responsibility to make sure all these people are successful. It wasn't your responsibility to hold them accountable. It was your responsibility to allow me to speak through you. So sometimes we think that our soul's calling and all this path has to be like huge, or back to abundance and wealth codes. Oh my gosh, how are we going to receive 20 grand? And how are we going to, and we make it so much. Just ask what's next. I received a vision last night, even while laying on the couch. It's huge. And I don't know the how. I don't know the players who are going to step forward in my life. But all I said was, what's next? Was it last night or the night before? We'll go last night. And I said, what's next? And Spirit says, hey, last week, you channeled a message for me and you recorded it on your phone. And I was like, oh yeah, I sent it to my sister. And I was like, well, that message was pretty much for me. So I was just sharing it with her. Spirit says, post it on Instagram Reels. And then once it's there, post it to your stories. So I did. Put a little background music to it. New followers, 19 shares, almost 2,000 views. Like, yes, the numbers, like, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, look at me, because it really isn't that big of a deal. There's people who get millions of views. My point is that if I was ever questioning, should I be allowing Spirit to speak through me? Spirit told me what to do, and then the numbers said the rest. And I was like, oh, people really want this. People want the answers. And I was like, oh, okay. So asking what's next, and then trusting. Am I trusting myself? Am I trusting divine? And then once you do receive, are you taking action? Maybe like if you're stuck in any place, remember, go back to allow. If you are allowing, if you are asking, oh, I am receiving. But some people that come and work with me have this awareness about them, or this knowledge about that. I've been studying this stuff for 25 years and I know this stuff like the back of my hand. I know all this stuff. I'm like, but are you putting it to use? Are you living it every single day? You might know it, but are you living it? And that's the action part. And what I've noticed is people who really do excel in their life and business, they are aligned with whatever they're teaching, whatever they're doing, however they're being. If they're doing that, people will feel it and know it and be like, oh, they're in alignment. I want to work with them. I want to be around them. I want to marry them. I want to have dinner with them, like whatever it is. All right. So that's a little ditty. I know that that's a whole lot of information, but I'm in a giving mood, so it is what it is. All right, so if you could jot down in the chat, what we're going to do is we're going to unlock some wealth codes. And the numbers are from 1 to 144. So let's just ground ourselves first. If you can receive, cool. If you want to like spin a dial and pick a number, that's fine too. So just kind of center ourselves. We release all anxiety, leaving judgment about ourselves and others at the door. We step into trust, saying to ourselves in silence, I trust you, I am safe. Oh. And ask yourself, your higher self, your soul, which wealth code is ready to be unlocked within me? Numbers from 1 to 144. What comes up for you? The first number that comes up for you, put it in the chat. Bear with me while I do not have these memorized. I channeled them on an Excel spreadsheet. So we're gonna jot them down. And you can do all these if your number, like if this isn't your number, you can still do it if you so desire. If it feels light and right to you, then so be it. You want to sit and chill, that's cool too. All right, so wealth code 44 is the power sacral chakra. So that is the third chakra. Do we all know where that's at? I don't really know, but tummy area we're going to go with. All right, so just kind of, you can place your hand on it. You can place like a finger. Again, no real rules. Just kind of do your thing, all right? Or if you're like, where is 44? Feel the general area, and then all of a sudden you may feel a stop. Here it is. The affirmation to unlock that wealth code. The truth of who I am is set free. I am seen. I am heard. I am me. I give myself permission to be set free. Feel that energy? Now connect with divine. So together as one, the key phrase of all of these is together as one. We unlock this wealth code now, all right? So together as one, imagine that you are being plugged in to divine. From your crown chakra, you're plugging into divine. You are one with divine. So together as one, plug it in. We unlock, and I imagine that there is an actual lock, and we are unlocking this 44. So we are together as one. We unlock wealth code 44 now. Ah. 77 is the throat chakra. Now, not all the wealth codes are chakras, just the first three are that were chosen. So 77 is the throat chakra. All right, so throat chakra, and a little dip down here, if you so desire, up through here. All right. 77. I speak with power and confidence. People want to hear what I have to say. What I have to say matters. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 77 now. We move to wealth code 80. These are all the chakras, all right? Like a light, like a stoplight going up, lighting up. See the chakras clear and lighting up, stating, the abundance I am flows to me, for me, and through me. I am a clear channel of God's peace. Amen. If you want to say divine, whatever you want to say, that's the word that was channeled. The abundance I am flows to me, for me, and through me. I am a clear channel of God's peace. Amen. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 80 now. So we have 49 is the heart. So wherever you feel like, it's not talking about the heart chakra, the actual heart. So kind of feel where yours is located in your body. We unlock the ease of receiving when doing anything and everything we love. Whatever is bringing us joy, we feel fulfilled and wealth comes in. Whatever is bringing us joy, we feel fulfilled and wealth comes in. Oh, together as one, we unlock wealth code 49 now. I want to share this with you. When I unlock these, sometimes a belief comes up around, like my logic mind may go to, but don't I have to work for that? Can I really just do what brings me joy and wealth comes in? And when that happens, at the same time that I'm unlocking the wealth code, I also ask that belief. I imagine that divine is like a little attic door that I have right here, and it's just open when I'm doing this. And those beliefs of like, oh, don't you have to do things hard, Sarah? No, 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 no. They come up. I'm just like, you're no longer invited. Like, you're no longer part of me. I'm moving forward. This is a new way of living. And I can explain that if you want me to about the new way of living, but we'll just stick with wealth codes for right now. All right, so we'll go to, oh, did I finish that? Together as one, we unlock 49 now. Did I say that? Okay, cool beans. All right, going on to 18. It is, okay, so 18, I just have this. So it's right, so where the collarbone is, it's in the middle and like right underneath it. So in the book, it's like 3 fingers up from 17. It's the on-off button. So you're like, well, where the hell's 17 at? But 17 is more like right here, 3 fingers up, and then it's 18. I just have 18 memorized because everybody loves it. It is it's the on-off button to change a habit. So think of a habit that you have that you would like to change. I'm going to share mine just in case you're like thinking, I don't know. My habit that I've noticed recently about myself is that I lower my vibration to fit in. To meet the vibration of others, I've noticed that I lower my vibration. I want to change that habit. Your habit might be, I put down here, I need chocolate after dinner. That was my, when spirit gave me 18, that's the one, that's where I was at. So anyways, let's go ahead and unlock it. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 18 now. And I just kind of gently push on off button to change the habit. So I'm turning off the habit, or I'm turning on the habit of drinking more water. I just kind of make that whatever. All right. So 7, it's in one's energy field. All right. There's an energy field. There's an aura around you. So you just kind of feel it, get into it. So life is happening for me. It isn't out there sometime, somewhere. Life is happening now. All the time, life is for me, moving through me, for me. Life is for me. I visualize life as soul, this life force energy, and I just kind of connect with my energy field, and it's wealth code 7. So together as one, we unlock this wealth code. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 7 now. When I do that, it's almost like valves are opening up and this life force energy starts just flowing. Feel free to share in the chat what you're experiencing. Gwen, do we have enough time to finish the rest? Oh, there's only only 2 more. Hey, we can do that, right? Where are you at? Yes? Okay. I had to find you real quick. All right, so 25, main takeaway that y'all can have about these. And trust me, it took me a hot minute because I had to receive them, I channeled them, and then I transferred them from the Excel spreadsheet to the Word doc, and then I set them up in a book. So I like reread them, retyped them over and over. By the end of all that, I finally got it. So hopefully y'all can get it a little bit sooner than myself. It was together as one, we unlock. Together as one, together as one, together as one. And Divine has been telling me, okay, so you've had all the success so far, but moving forward, the success will ride on your partnership with me. And I was like, oh, that's it. That is all, like, it is that oneness. It is that connection. It is continually partnering with Divine for everything, whatever it is that we want. No task, no ask is too great, too small. So no, Gwen, I will do 25 and 144. All right, so 25 is in one's energy field. All right, so we just connect to our own energy field all around us, however far out it goes or how close it is to us. Just kind of feel into your energy field. It's 25. Oh, the clouds have lifted. The affirmation to unlock it. The clouds have lifted. I am clear, and what is coming to me is clear. I see now exactly what I need to do and when. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 25 now. 144 is oneness. This is the energy. All words have a frequency and energy. Connect to the frequency and energy of oneness. I can't necessarily tell you exactly what that is. That's your relationship to it. I see myself in others. We are love. We are loved. Together as one, we unlock wealth code 144 now. I want to leave you with this. It's around self-worth. And since it's around wealth and receiving, I've been receiving this information intuitively to look at self-worth, to actually no longer even use the concept. Worth itself is conditional, and self is soul. When we put them together, we are conditionally limiting ourselves, and worth instantly makes our minds go to a time and space when someone else outside of us have had us feel, or we have tapped into how we are less of, we are unworthy, and we aren't valued. The word worth instantly takes our minds and thoughts to that time and space where we were limited, when someone judged us and we judged ourselves. And so divine is like, it's such a human word, self-worth. How could you possibly put a value on your soul, the life force energy that is moving through you? And what divine wants us to know is that you are inherently wealthy. You don't have to wait for someone outside of yourself to tell you that you're of value, that you deserve to be paid X amount, that you deserve this meal, this experience, that you're of value. You are inherently wealthy. And that's what these wealth codes do, is helps you to recognize no one, not myself, no coach, nor mentor. It's within you. None of us outside of you can help you recognize that inherent wealth, that abundance, that you actually are. It is love. And it's frustrating to me when people play on and talk to others' limitations. I feel that we need to be uplifting each other, speaking to each other's souls, allowing that humanness to elevate and to rise. Some people may not understand what you're sharing with them because you're more connected, you're elevated, you are connected to soul, source, divine. That's okay. So I can't attach myself to others on how they see me, but I have to go within and feel and know and receive the amount of oneness and love that is actually coming to me and through me and for me. That is your self-worth. You were born enough, and you're the most divine, precious, loving, amazing soul. All right. sarahsparks.love is my website, and you're welcome to contact me there. There is a contact me page, so if you want to schedule a call or anything else,